Hey, welcome to another edition of Golf at the Lakes. My name is Chris Smith, and I'm a PGA member from Ironman Golf Course in Detroit Lakes. This is Keith Mueller. Keith, how you doing?
Good.
And Keith's the superintendent here at Headwaters Country Club in Park Rapids. Keith, I take care of a little 9-hole golf course, cut it, maintain it, but you've got 21 golf holes out here and a staff of how many?
We have about 12 people on our crew.
All right, so you have probably a mechanic and all that has to take care of all this equipment and keep it running all day.
Yeah, we have a good mechanic and an assistant superintendent, and then myself and about 10 other workers.
And then you probably have a spray tech, somebody who takes care of all your potential diseases out here.
Yeah, basically myself and the assistant take care of the spraying.
Okay. I think what our people at home don't really recognize or know is how difficult it is to keep grasses like this so green and so clean for the season. Can you go through that a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, we mow we mow greens every day. We mow tees Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. The fairways are mowed every other day. On the greens, we do a lot of just light foliar apps of fertilizer about once every 2 weeks. Fairways are ferted about once a month, and green surrounds about once a month.
All right, I think what our patrons don't really realize is we've got this, the green here, we're standing on the 13th green here at Headwaters, and this is cut to what height?
It's a little bit below 1/8 of an inch.
So 1/8 of an inch, something like this, and you have to maintain that during stressful times with heat, and even the cold weather's not all that great for it either. Yeah. So what you're saying is you really have to baby it, pamper it.
Yeah, we do a lot of syringing on hot days, and a lot of spike in the greens. Aerate them twice a year.
Okay, and for them to look so good, you have to have equipment that's the reels are sharpened well, and you have to really cut it nicely to where this is 1/8 of an inch, and then your next cut is what height about?
The next cut is a 1/2 inch on the collars, and then we move up to 1.25 inches for 3 laps around the greens outside of that.
And you've got all this equipment that your mechanic, he may be the all-star that has to really take care of all this stuff and make sure it's working every day.
Yeah, he really is. The mechanics are really underrated at golf courses.
Yeah, I'm sure they are. Take me through, you talked about fertilizing the greens, and that's so important. You do that, you're saying, how many times a month?
Twice a month.
Twice a month, all right. So you're putting down, and I think superintendents today maybe get a bad rap because we're not using those heavy, whatever you call it, the phosphoruses and all that stuff.
It's about 1/2 tenth of nitrogen every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So it's a real minute amount.
Yeah, so we've really stepped into the 21st century of being very eco-friendly in our world of taking care of golf courses without polluting the environment. All right, Keith, on a given day, what's probably the most difficult situation you might go through here? Besides your staff, keeping them in line, I'm sure.
Well, probably the most difficult thing is not interrupting the golfers and getting all our stuff done ahead of them.
So you start pretty early.
Yeah, we start at daybreak.
Okay, so you start at daybreak, try to get the greens mowed out before the first golfer, and you're always basically ahead of them, right?
Yep, we try to stay ahead of them. Sometimes it's not possible, and then we try to stay out of their way until they go through and get things done in between them.
And you have to get along with your golf professional, who is Jeff Anderson, right?
Yes.
And he'll come in at the end of the show here and chat with us about the phone numbers. But it's a pretty important collaboration between the two of you, just getting along, making sure he tells you when the big events are and you tell him how things are going on the golf course.
Yep, that's correct.
All right. Well, when we get back from break, we're going to have Jeff Anderson enter in, and he'll give us the phone numbers for Headwaters Country Club, the best screens in the area. Well, we're back from break, and Jeff entered the fray here. Jeff Anderson, PGA golf professional here at Headwaters Country Club, along with the superintendent, Keith Mueller. And this is a great show because what we try to highlight here is the two of them need to get along to coordinate a good season, right?
That's correct, yep. And Keith has done just such a marvelous job here since he's been here. Been here about 4 years now, and of course it's gotten better every year.
Oh, it looks gorgeous, and I'm sure the patrons are excited about playing it every day.
Very much.
Yep, and Keith, I'm sure, stands behind the scenes, and he doesn't take any of the glory.
No.
Yeah, that's the way superintendents typically are.
Yeah.
All right. Now, how do we make tee times here at Headwaters?
You call, it's 218-732-4832, or you can book a tee time online at headwatersgolf.com. And we are a member of the Minnesota Golf Trail, and you can get to our website through that.
Well, this is a good team effort here with Keith and Jeff, and that's another edition at Golf at the Lakes.
Golf at the Lakes is sponsored by Balmoral Golf Course, Battle Lake, Blueberry Pines Golf Club, Monaga, Detroit Lakes Country Club and Lakeview Golf Course, Detroit Lakes, Forest Hills Golf and RV Resort, Detroit Lakes, Headwaters Golf Club, Park Rapids, Perham Lakeside Golf Club, Perham, Professional Golfers of America, Thumper Pond in Ottertail, and Wildflower at Fair Hills.